Hey, it's Justin here from Reels on Wheels. It's the end of summer, and I feel like it's a good time to finally drop our Avengers Endgame spoiler review to celebrate the release of Avengers Endgame on Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD. I have the Steelbook right here, not sponsored by, but we shot this in April and May. I mean, we had a good time watching the movie, and now we get to dive in the nitty-gritty, as Irene says, and give you our thoughts on probably the biggest cinematic movie event in a long time. So feel free to check this out. Thanks for watching movies with us all summer. If you liked any of these reviews, please give a like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next review. Love you 3000. Hello and welcome to Reels on Wheels.
Welcome to Reels on Wheels.
A special spouse edition
of Avengers Endgame.
The end is near.
The end is near. It is here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts going into this? What are you anticipating? What's going on?
I'm intrigued to see just how the story continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Or ends.
Or ends, yeah, or concludes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the movie?
I am. I mean, the last one, Infinity War, the ending was great, so it's all great cliffhanger, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I was sad to see all people die.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how they're going to defeat Thanos and how they're going to make everyone come back, because we need everybody.
Right. Yes, stronger together.
Do you have any predictions, anticipations?
No, I'm just going in
Really?
open. Yeah.
Okay.
Blank canvas.
Wow.
Just wow me.
Okay.
Are you looking forward to anything, not knowing what is about to happen?
Just seeing more Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he was missing.
Yeah, he was missing. So, and then, Captain Marvel, we saw her
Own movie.
her own movie, and she was great, and it got me amped up to see what more she can do. And she was working alone, pretty much. So,
Yeah.
how she'll do in a team setting will be really interesting, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Are there any, nice ties of the bow that you would like to see for some of our heroes?
Nice time. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, if the original batch of the Avengers that are still around, if any of them are gonna get moonlit, and that wraps up their storyline as this universe wraps up.
Okay. What do you mean by moonlit?
If the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man is now done.
Okay.
Or if the Chris Hemsworth Thor is done after that, sorry, or if we end up with a new Captain America.
So do you think you're going to be excited this the third time? I know you said the second time you still got those feelings. Do you think you'll still feel that way?
Well, here's the crazy thing is, you propose that question to me, and it's I'm actually excited. Like yesterday morning. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Like yesterday morning, I was excited to watch my brothers watch the movie, just to see their reactions and their responses to things.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun going in with fresh eyes, like a fresh pair of eyes each time. So I'm actually more excited to see how you respond to the movie, because I think my feelings are they've been pretty level.
Okay.
Each time, so I think seeing it with another person, it makes me even more excited.
Okay, good.
Do you have a feeling it's going to be good? It's going to be okay? It's going to be bad? What are your expectations that way?
I'd say the machine of Disney wouldn't let it be bad, I guess. That they have a tight handle on the MCU that I don't think that they would let it just fall apart at the end.
Yeah.
That there's a vision and that they're holding to it.
But yeah, I think it'll be exciting, and I want to know what worlds they're gonna be in. If they are, is it just Earth? Are they gonna go other places with the time warping or whatever Doctor Strange created? I don't know. feel like he did something in that last movie. He's doing all kinds of circly things. And like the one guy left, his friend, see, I don't remember his name, see?
Wong.
Yeah, Wong. He just like peaced out.
He had to guard the sanctum, but you don't know if he got snapped or not.
Right, exactly.
So we'll have, I'm sure, a lot more to say when we come back. And I'm excited to share my thoughts as well, seeing it for the second time and being able to say more than I did the first time, just because the first time we did this review, it was a non-spoiler review, so we were speaking in generalities. Now we get to get into the nitty-gritty, and hopefully you would have already seen it at this point, because it's the end of the summer by the time we'll be posting this, and just go see it. All right, talk to you in about 3 hours.
3 hours.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Amped.
Yeah, amped. I'm amped too, but like it doesn't feel like it. But I mean, it's weird. It was snowing earlier, and it's April,
Seriously.
and now it's like super soggy and wet.
Yeah.
But enough weather talk. Let's go watch a movie.
Okay.
So we will be back.
In 3 hours.
So, what did you think?
It was a nice, great way to wrap up that storyline.
Isn't that nuts? 10 years in the making, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like looking back, I always kind of wonder like how far ahead, you know, like a franchise like this has like timelined or like architected out.
Yeah.
You know, like when they did Iron Man 1, like if they're gonna be like, okay, this is how we're gonna end it, and now we worked all the way through for that for 10 years,
Gosh.
or is it like, okay, we wing it for a little bit, it's like, oh, we really have something here. Okay, let's continue on.
And what are your thoughts?
I had so many feelings, so many
Oh,
emotions.
she's crying already.
No, I'm just kidding. I had a lot of emotions. So like, this is with spoilers, right?
Yeah, we can talk
Okay.
about it.
So
Free
like,
reign.
just even like the first like 10 seconds, and basically
Oh,
right
right.
in the beginning, you know, Hawkeye freaking loses his family.
Yeah.
That gave me the feels.
Which is
It was
crazy
so
because
sad.
you make fun of Hawkeye the
I
most.
know. I wasn't sad about Hawkeye. I can't lie.
And they
I
got
know.
you.
I
They got you.
know.
You're
It's my
all
family.
last video. You're all like, and then they take his family away.
And you're like, okay, you're a real person.
You're a real person. It took me 22 movies.
Was there anybody you were surprised about their ending?
I was surprised that Black Widow let her.
Oh yeah, she was the one to take it for the team. Oh. It made sense though. I know, I was surprised too the first time watching it, and then the second time watching it, and then also maybe watching a bunch of videos too between the first time I've seen it and now. She was the only one who could really do that, and for it to be poetic in that way. Like, it was her time. You know, she was the one, everybody kind of went off and kind of tried to move on in their own way, but she was there. She was the one manning the station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it was her family. It was her duty.
family.
And all
Yeah, yeah. And she would have done anything for it, whatever it takes, and she did.
So you were wanting to get more Ant-Man
Yeah.
than previous,
Yes.
and then lo and behold, he is a crucial
Yes. Part.
not only a
Yes.
crucial character,
Yes.
but a crucial plot device
I
to
know.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
So did you get your Ant-Man fill?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It was
cool, right?
great. Yes. And just to see him come out, not because he didn't even realize what happened. Not even like somehow 5 years passed. He came
Yeah.
out like finding out people thought he was dead.
Yeah. Isn't that
So-
nuts?
I'm excited to see more from as Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
because apparently that's a comic book as
Okay.
well. So that's really fun.
You know, fun to see that power struggle between Quill and
Yeah.
Thor play out.
Of course.
Fat Thor.
Oh my gosh. I could not stop laughing every time his body was on screen either. Like, and automatically, which was funny because I was like, he looks like the dude. And
yeah,
then,
and then our DJ goes, move over, Lebowski,
Yeah,
which is
so-
awesome. 'cause
Yes.
It's like a nod to
Right.
Jeff Bridges, who was in the first
yes,
Iron Man.
exactly, yes.
And Thor finding some purpose, even though it's like he doesn't have a path right now, but it's like a new happy because he got to talk to his mom.
Yeah.
Aww, that was
Kind
really
of
sweet.
heal that wound.
Yeah.
And they gave Thor this moment of levity with his mother, and he wanted to find out if he was still worthy, and he got
was,
the
yes.
hammer back, Mjolnir.
So, because he got the hammer back, the part that was like so exciting
Yeah.
is like you see it moving at one point, and you're like, "Oh, Thor's calling it," and then you freaking find out Captain America got the hammer.
You can wield Mjolnir.
Yes,
Yeah.
so he is freaking worthy finally, because they've teased it so many times where it like, you know, slightly moved, or it's like he feels like he's almost there. So that was awesome.
I really liked Iron Man. I really liked the way they just wrapped that up.
It's okay, you can rest now, we'll be safe.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's like, dang, okay.
So it just makes sense that he was the one to really end it. Tony lays out his terms, like, we're gonna fight for the people, we're gonna get them back, but I have to keep what I found, you know, which is his family. So when Cap says that sounds like a deal, and they kind of hold on Cap, I thought for the first time watching it, like, okay, so if it comes to one of them taking the bullet, Cap will do it. Almost as a promise to Tony, like, I know you have a family, so I got you. But in that moment later in the battle, when Stephen Strange looks at him and says, "This is our shot, and it's you," Tony just knows that's his moment, and seriously, nobody else could have done it in that moment. So
I think all my favorite moments from Avengers Endgame came from Captain America.
how about that moment when Cap says, he finally says it? Avengers!
Assemble, yeah. Was that the first time it was ever said?
Yeah, it was the first time it was ever uttered. They had they cut him off in one of the movies before he actually completes the phrase, because it starts with Avengers and then like end credits.
And
Yeah.
they're all there.
Literally
So-
every single person that you would want
Right.
can think of.
So when Hulk has the Stark gauntlet and undoes the snap, you're like, oh, cool. But then past Thanos comes in and tries to kill them all. And the whole time you're just on the edge of your seat, and then they give you two glorious moments.
I was waiting for more reaction from you when everybody was coming through the portals. Like, wasn't that the most? This audience was a little more subdued than the first time I saw it. Justin, it was 7 a.m. too. Well, technically at that time, I guess it was like almost 10 o'clock in the morning. But still, like, we were like screaming and hooting and hollering.
And then you see the
Doctor Strange circles.
circles, and then they all come in.
He hears Sam on the radio and he tells him, "On your left." I don't know if you remember, like in Winter Soldier, when he's like
running.
jogging. Yeah. Oh my gosh, all the callbacks.
So how about tearjerker moments? Moments where you felt really whelmed and you were like so taken by emotion. I have a few.
So the one, Hawkeye's family.
Yeah, okay, so right from the jump.
Yes. The
Okay.
reuniting of Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Spider-Man.
Peter Parker,
Peter
yeah.
Parker.
That was wonderful. Yeah, I mean, we can get right into it. At Tony's funeral. And you're not only seeing all the lives that he affected, but like you're seeing 11 years, 22 movies just in this nice panoramic shot. It's
Yes.
such a badass moment too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm inevitable. And then he's like, well, I'm Iron Man. Boom. And you're like, yeah! And then you don't realize the ramifications
Right.
until you see him.
And you're like, oh.
And he's just scarred. And then,
Again, another person sacrificed themselves.
I know this is comic book world where anybody can come back, but I think in the cinematic world we can just like put it to rest. Because he is Iron Man, and that's all he has to say about that.
The cherry on
the top of everything, okay.
was like when Captain Marvel came. And
Okay.
like all the women,
Yes.
they
that
like
was a
had their
great
like
moment.
female empowerment like stand together moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know that that's kind of been an issue in the past, and like
Right.
you know,
More
not just women, but everyone wants to see more of that in comics. And they showed you all the female superheroes
in
and
one shot.
yeah,
And,
they
like, just
and they
so
just
diverse.
like yes, and they all just stood with one another to help each other
Yeah.
to this ultimate goal.
and
That was awesome. So that gave me goosebumps, like in the best way.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention one of my favorite shots is like the
Oh.
women of Marvel. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like, please,
Standing up against Thanos.
yes, let's have more of that.
Yeah, like, that was
please.
pretty cool to see.
I want to find that T-shirt. It's gonna be great. I want to find that poster somewhere. Oh my gosh, so badass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete fan service movie, but in the best possible way.
Yeah, it was great.
You know.
Yeah. I'm excited to own it.
Wow. Wow. How long before you see it again?
Yeah. When did you buy the tickets for the next time? I'm just kidding.
I think we need a break.
You need a break. You need to take it all in.
Yeah. Still processing.
So many great moments.
Would you give this a reels or a wheels?
I would definitely say a reels.
Yeah, major reels.
Mhm.
It was wonderful to watch you watch it, because there were moments where you're like squeezing my hand and like being like, ah.
Yeah.
You know, like that to me that's worth like the price of admission to see people's reactions. It's like, wow, you love the shit that I love, and
Yeah.
and then when Tony snapped and then the ramifications of that started to unfold, you
Yeah.
just heard
Oh my gosh,
so many
sniffles,
people were
tears.
just
One person, even like vocalized their
yeah, there was that. Oh my god, it's like
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was
And
crazy. And just even also the cheering and the clapping throughout the movie.
yeah,
It was
it's
like
a good audience.
exactly. It was like you were watching it with a whole theater of friends and not just who you came with, and you
Oh,
were
I like that.
who cares,
Yeah,
it was nice.
They weren't being jerks about it. They were.
I didn't really hear any talking. I heard
No.
no cell phones go off.
Yeah,
It felt like we were all
in it
in it together.
to win it. Bring it on.
Again.
I think we're in agreement that this is a very successful investment by everyone, by Disney, by audiences alike. I'm just so excited that this is in our lives for all of us to enjoy, and I know there's a lot of haters out there for comic book movies, but you know what, just let us have our fun. Just like let us enjoy it. It's fine, it's great, it brings us all together. There was a guy in front of me wearing a gauntlet, a Thanos gauntlet, and that was just really cool, and he took his kids with him. You see, it's really great to see, just
Yeah.
bringing people and families together.
Good job, Marvel.
Yeah, and slow clap for RDJ.
Seriously. Yes, yes.
And it was only bittersweet that they end the movie with the clanking of him building his first Iron Man suit. And so I hope you stayed through the credits. I would stay through the credits anyway, just so you can see all these lists of names of people who have worked on the film.
Yeah. The
And
list is insane.
Yeah,
A lot of people put a lot of work in.
yeah.
And it shows.
It does. It does.
It's beautiful. I'm into it, and I
Keep
hope
it
you're
going.
into it too. And thank you. This has been Irene and
Jeff?
for a special spouses edition of Reels on Wheels.
I'm glad you got to see it. For Reels on Wheels, I have been Justin, and this is
Nicole.
till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!
Captain Marvel shows up, right behind them. He's like, "What's up, guys?"
Yeah. Yeah, she's very much like, hey,
Yeah.
where's Fury?
Wah, wah. Sorry, but I didn't really care about Vision though. Sorry, Vision! Took one for the team!